So in spirit of the wide-angle lens that so many phone companies are adopting today, we're going to film part of this with a wide-angle lens. What we're going to do with an LG phone, since they're pretty much the people who pioneered it. So that's one thing I wanted to credit for LG is as much as people can say they're bland and they're a little bit offbeat, they're not really innovative, they pioneered a lot of things over the last few years and a couple of extra things this past year with the G8. Design is very clean, it's very practical. If I take it off my little case there, you can see that this phone is really, really, really smooth all the way around. So I don't know if you ever, most phones, you kind of feel the side bezel. You know, you run your fingers across it, especially if you keep your phone naked. You always feel the edges, right? With this phone, they actually did a pretty good job of just making it wrap around. I mean, you can feel it, it's there, but very, very minimal. Another thing that's really cool about this, a lot of reviewers talk about the camera and, oh, there's always a camera bump on phones. Guess what? They got rid of that. It's actually a really clean looking phone. And this year, LG with the G series decided to adopt their LED, which is really nice. Another thing they have is Hand ID. And guys, it works. Yes, it's not the most reliable thing, but imagine next year, a year from now, how good this thing can be. A lot of people say that these things don't ever work. They have to hold it on a table. I seem to make it work with no issues. I mean, I just turn on YouTube, right? Play a video. You can turn up the volume. Turn it down. It's pretty cool, man. A few cool features on it. So I don't know if you can take a look here. There's no speaker on the top. Top half of the screen vibrates. It actually produces sound. And they still have that boombox firing speaker. LG G7s is definitely louder and sometimes a bit clearer. When you take this thing out of the box, so guys, anybody who buys this phone, if you take it out of the box and it sounds terrible, play with the settings, because when I bought this phone, I wanted to return this phone immediately. I'm like, this thing just sounds muffled, nothing sounds right. Play with the settings. Play with the settings, all of a sudden I have a nice dual speaker setup. So remember, it's not stereo speakers. It literally is sound coming from the bottom and then from a screen. One thing I want to point out is, yes, Huawei may have the best still imagery, but this camera or cameras are really good. So in North America, we have the regular main lens, which is slightly a bit wide, I noticed, and then they actually have a super wide angle lens, and they work really well. I mean, you can film simultaneously, go from the main lens to the wide angle lens. Again, something like OnePlus, unless they've done their update, I'm not sure, can't even film in wide angle. So the options that LG does give you is incredible. So the video is very smooth for the most part. The sound capture is incredible, and it does a good at still imagery as well. The cameras give you so many options. I mean, you have the studio mode where you can actually switch light depending on where you want to create artificial light. It's great for people who are into modeling or anything like that. I mean, you can be in a bathroom and make it look like you have all these studio lights on you at once. It's got a portrait mode, like I mentioned before. You can take stills and video. Auto mode, AI mode, which is really quick to recognize a scene. It's a lot faster than it was. Manual mode's got a ton of stuff. Using my last setting I had before, you can switch it to auto, goes right back. And then all these other features. Cine shots are really cool feature too, where you basically, I think it takes like a 4-second video and you can choose what you want animated or in motion while everything else in the scene stays static. It's incredible, man. These guys try so hard And again, they're just not recognized for it, or they're put down over other features they may focus on. But like I always mention, they may add features and it may give them a bad rep, but keep this in mind. They're not taking anything away.